If this video came across your feed today, this is probably your sign to stop consuming and start creating. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but you most likely woke up today and the first thing you did was pick up your phone and check the socials. You saw what was going on with the family on Facebook, had a laugh on TikTok, started doom scrolling on Instagram, before even getting out of bed, before eating some breakfast, feeling the sun on your face. We're all victims of this mind-sucking behavior, and it's not only social media. We are consuming in other ways as well, like watching the news, streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, playing video games, watching sports. The list goes on and on. And I know this because this is what I did for far too long, wasting my life, wasting precious time. And just a reminder, that's exactly what life and your time is. Precious. We take for granted how much time we really have, waking up every day just mindlessly consuming anything that's put in front of us. Not a care in the world about how much time has passed or the quality of life we're living. Consuming everything and creating nothing to be proud of. I'm here to tell you the time to stop consuming and start creating is now. Life is about perspective, and our perspective is quite literally influenced and altered based on the content that we choose to consume on a daily basis. If you choose to watch horror content all the time, then you're probably gonna be a little bit more anxious. If you choose to consume a lot of video games, then you're probably gonna have a hard time, focusing for a long time on other things, because you're not gonna get that same dopamine kick elsewhere. If you love watching dating shows, it's probably putting a strain on your relationship with your partner, whether you realize it or not. We as humans are always analyzing and shifting our perspectives based on the world around us. So with that said, we literally become what we consume. And a life of just consumption and no creation creates a void, an empty feeling within us. Why? Because we all strive to have purpose. Purpose is everything. Purpose is what gets us out of bed every day. Purpose directs every aspect of our lives. It moves us, it shifts us. It's what gives us a voice and gives us a reason to put one foot in front of the other. How we move, how we talk, and decide to treat others. If you lack purpose, it's probably because you're over-consuming. Now I'm gonna share with you some of my own personal life experiences, but before I do that, I just wanna ask you to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video, and consider leaving a comment if you want. Let me know how your creation journey is going. In my life, I've battled with the desire of constantly wanting a higher purpose for a very long time. Always working different jobs and living my life and just wondering at the end of the day why I wasn't happy with where I was or what I was doing or who I was spending my time with. Wondering if there was more for me out there. And what I've come to learn is I wasn't happy because I wasn't doing what I knew in the back of my head I should have been doing all along. I had convinced myself that, yes, I did want to create something. Didn't know what yet, but just something of value to give to the world. And this is where myself and many of you get hung up as well, because the very next thought is, well, what am I gonna make? And then that follows with some intrusive thoughts like, well, I just don't know what to talk about, or my life is just very boring, or I don't know how to film content, etc., etc. I'm here to tell you to stop lying to yourself. Every single person that has ever lived has different life experiences, different perspectives, and different value to provide. It doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's or you're a CEO of a major business. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home parent or a college student, a construction worker, or an accountant. Value can be extracted from literally anything. And believe it or not, people like seeing other people and how they are living and just surviving out in this crazy world. You may think that, what you do every day is very boring, but there are people out there that would honestly argue otherwise. Now, if you just don't know what to create, the easiest way to figure that out is to just take a look at what you already consume, what you're already interested in, and just make that. Think about it. You already consume what you love, right? So it just makes sense to dive into your interests. And making content based around things that you like will make it easier to be more consistent and purposeful. And I'm warning you now, if you get caught in the trap of trying to, make content for likes and views, rather than what you're actually interested in, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna get discouraged and ultimately quit before you see any kind of success. The reality is, people can see right through that, and they're gonna be able to tell when someone is, being authentically themselves or attempting to be someone they're not. So just stick with what you know, what you're already interested in, and go with that. You will find more success and fulfillment on this path anyway, and will actually be building something that you can be proud of. Stop wasting your life and thinking you have so much time, because it's just simply not true. I have to admit, a part of my life feels very regretful because I didn't do exactly what I'm telling you to do today. I knew I wanted to, stop consuming so much and start creating more many years ago. But just knowing something and thinking it was not enough to push me into actually doing it. Just knowing I wanted something was not enough to get me started. But I always told myself, I'll get started one day. And when I do, I will find success. And all these doors are gonna open up for me. And most importantly, I'll be able to give my family everything and more. Convincing myself that one day I was gonna achieve this silly little pipe dream. A dream that I hadn't put any type of urgency or, most importantly, action on. A dream that I thought eventually, once achieved, I'd be able to do a lot more financially for the people that I loved. But the harsh reality was, I didn't get started fast enough. I wasted time, and before I could create anything that myself or my loved ones could be proud of, I unfortunately started to have family members pass away. Each one putting an extremely heavy emotional toll on me and pushing my creativity further away. Mourning not only their death, but also just wishing I had done more when they were here. Wishing I had done more to make them proud. Death truly does come knocking when you least expect it. And for me, all within less than 2 years, I lost my grandpa, my dad, and my mom. These outcomes really shook my world. Realizing that at any time, all of this could be over. Thinking, did I accomplish everything I wanted to in this life? Did I at least show up and try to achieve something purposeful? On a positive note, my reality doesn't need to be yours. You can start now and make shit happen. They say we have 2 lives, and the second one starts when you realize you only have one. So make the most of it. Leave a legacy that you can be proud of. Success in creating doesn't need to be from through views or likes or how much money you make from it all. Success can be just simply putting yourself out there into the world and spreading love and energy that is going to influence and move others. Success can be knowing that you are positively impacting people through your passion and creating something that's gonna be around forever, long after you and me are gone. Leaving an impact that your great-great-grandchildren can appreciate and love and learn from. The key to success, fulfillment, and purpose is to create. Stop consuming right now and become who you were always meant to be. Don't be fooled by thinking, if I read all these self-help books, it's gonna make it better or easier to get started. If I dive into this podcast, it's gonna really motivate me to get started. This is BS. You're lying to yourself and you're only consuming further. There is a massive difference between consuming for inspiration and delaying the process of creation. Make it happen now. There are people out there in this world right now that are desperately waiting to hear what you have to say, teach, show, and express. Start now and don't stop. Every time you start and then stop, you're just starting the whole algorithm over. You need to keep the train moving. Be ruthless in your pursuit of purpose and fulfillment, because in the blink of an eye, this will all be over. And only you can make a life that you're happy with. When death ultimately comes knocking, they better see you living. Thanks for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video.